Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video. It's time to do some work on the Mark II, man. We've got a track day coming up and it's time to replace the diff bushes in the subframe. Mine have seen better days, so it's time to get our hands dirty and do some work. I'll be honest, I've been putting this job off as it's a bit of a handful, but it's got to be done. We've got a track day coming up. We're going to do some drifting. We're going to have some good times in the Mark II. Let's get this car in the air and get this underway. Well, plan A didn't go to plan. I was planning to drive the front wheels up onto bricks and then the back wheels were to go up on these low car ramps that I always use, and it shot them out the back. So yeah, time for plan B. Unfortunately, low cars, if you've driven low cars, you know it's a real pain to get them up in the air, especially to get all four off the ground. Two wheels isn't so bad, but four is a real pain. So alright, now on to plan B. Get this car up in the air and get the jack and axle stands under it and start some work. When modifying cars, man, you got to have a trusty jack. I've had this jack for a long time. I've probably modified over 20 plus cars with this jack. It was my jack through D1NZ. It's traveled all around the country, man. Pretty awesome. Right, we'll get this up in the air, guys. We're just going to do the back first, things we can get the front up. We'll see how we go. If we need access to the front, I might have to buy another two more of those low ramps, because gosh, that makes getting two wheels up super easy. So this is what we're replacing, guys. The subframe bushes that hold in the rear diff of the JZX110 Mark II. So mine are all worn out in these bits here. So a lot of flexes going through the drivetrain, and the diff's moving about at the moment, which is not ideal for fast shifts or what have you. It's starting to clunk a bit now, so time for replacement for our track day before we do any drifting. So let's get into it. So here's a good look at the current bushes. So the car's jacked up by the diff at the moment, just to show you with the diff's full movement range how damaged those bushes are, man. They are toast. So the plan now is to remove the sway bar, then we'll get the diff out, move the exhaust over, and then we'll have a go at getting these bushes out. It's going to be a mission, no doubt. Working on the ground sucks, but you got to do what you got to do, man. Got some skids to do. After an hour or so of undoing axle bolts and drive shaft bolts and bolts everywhere, the diff is out. It's always had a leaky rear cover, so I'm going to sort that while it's out too. Might as well do some maintenance while we're here. And while we're down here, we might as well take a sneaky look at the Mark II suspension. Runs hard race, lower control arms, camber arms up top and traction arms in the front. Runs Cusco coilovers and a Cusco sway bar down there too. So runs all Cusco gear in the front too. It runs Cusco front sway bar and camber arms. So it's a pretty well sorted car in terms of suspension. It is a big car, but the reality is with all these adjustable arms and sway bars, it handles really, really well and is quite a track weapon, to be honest. Now that the diff's out, we can have a proper look at it. Ooh, she's an oily boy. She's been leaking a little bit from the overflow at the top. I think I overflowed it last time. Gonna pop the rear cover off while it's out, reseal it because it's been leaking slightly, give it a good clean up, ready to chuck back in. This is a Cusco 1.5-way LSD, so it's a bloody good diff and it serves well in this car. We just got to tidy it up before we chuck it back in. And up next is the fun bit, boys. We've got to use a sawzall to cut through the rubber bit, through the metal cage, so we can pop the bushes out. These bushes have seen better days, man. Some serious beating is going on through this diff, and look at the state of these bushes. But anyway, man, we'll get this tidied up, we'll get this sorted, and new bushes in, good to roll. So I was just about to fire up the sawzall, and I thought I'd give them a smack to see if they'd come loose. Started working away at one, and managed to get one out. Man, I tell you, if you beat them like they owe you money, they will come out. So stoked, man. What a mission I thought that was going to be. So, look at this one on the right. It's absolutely destroyed, so it's no wonder the diff was moving. Kind of looks like the one on the left had been replaced at some point before, but time for the new bushes, man. So, next up is reinstalling the bushes, and I borrowed this bearing puller to pull the bushes into place. It's going to be a mission, I have no doubt about it. We also cleaned up this oily boy. Came up pretty good after a good scrub. So, wish me luck, guys. Never done this before. This is going to be a bit of a mission, I reckon. Well, guys, after fighting with this for the last hour, getting covered in shit, I have had no luck, man. What a mission. So I should have taken my friend's advice when he said to grind the leading edge off the bearing casing, which is steel. I didn't do that, so I'm going to have to do that at work tomorrow and then have another go. It's the right tool for the job. There's not a lot of room and it's a bit of a mission, but we'll have another go tomorrow and see how we go.